In this video, we're going to talk about the stimulus check and the stimulus update for October the 2nd with the passing of the HEROES Act 2 for $2.2 trillion from the House of Representatives. But more importantly, there's one piece that you need to understand why they passed this bill. But before we do, if this is your first time at our channel or you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button at the bottom. My name is Travis Sickle, Certified Financial Planner, helping you reach your financial goals. So yesterday, the House voted on the HEROES Act 2 with $2.2 trillion, and it passed with 214 to 207 votes. Now, 18 Democrats voted against the bill, and of course, all the Republicans voted against the HEROES Act 2 because of the $2.2 trillion price tag. And that is surprising because Treasury Secretary Mnuchin just proposed a $1.62 trillion plan after the tentative proposal of the HEROES Act 2 with $2.2 trillion. And what's on the table for the HEROES Act 2 is the second stimulus check at $1,200, and that's going to be an additional $500 for adult dependents and full-time students under the age of 24. That's what was different from the first stimulus check. Now for singles, that would be $1,200, married filing jointly, $2,400, for a family of four at $3,400. And the adjusted gross incomes are from $75,000 to $99,000 for singles, $150,000 to $198,000 for married filing jointly, and $112,500 to a phase out of $136,500 for head of household. What was also on the table is a second round of PPP, or Paycheck Protection Program, for the small businesses. And in addition to that, there was a different type of an EIDL grant, which was the SBA Lifeline grant, which is 180 days of working capital up to $50,000 that could be used to pay off or pay down the PPP loan or the EIDL loan. And there was also a proposal to revise the current EIDL loans down from 3.75 and extending those first payments from 12 months to 4 years. And not to forget the enhanced unemployment benefits being extended with $600 that ran out on July the 31st. And in addition to that, the access to affordable healthcare through the ACA. So if you lost your healthcare insurance, you would have a special enrollment period, meaning that you can sign up to get health coverage through the marketplace at healthcare.gov. And that would also give you the maximum subsidy right around $1,300, and a ton of other benefits that were inside of the HEROES Act at $2.2 trillion. And in the press release from the House of Representatives, the $2.2 trillion legislation includes strong support for small businesses, improving the Paycheck Protection Program, and delivering target assistance to restaurants, nonprofits, and event venues, additional assistance for airline industry workers, and more funds to bolster education and childcare. Now, all that being said, it's likely that this bill will not move forward because it's all coming down to state and local funding. It does look like there's a lot of agreement though. We're looking at a second stimulus check of $1,200 and an additional $500 for dependents. Both Democrats and Republicans continuously agree on the next stimulus check and the extension of unemployment. But the difference there is Republicans want $400, Democrats want $600. And on unemployment, let me know in the comments down below, should they hold out for the full $600 or should they just move forward with the $400? But what does seem to be interesting to me, with the opposition on state and local funding, there is consensus on moving forward with broadband internet for underserved communities. And that is a big deal because the Republicans wanted to open schools and have everyone go back to school, where the Democrats were adamant about giving more choice, but there does seem to be an agreement on the broadband internet. And in fact, Treasury Secretary Mnuchin's proposal had more funding for the broadband internet than the HEROES Act does. But in either case, the biggest reason why this bill got passed, if it wasn't going to move forward, is because it looks like a win for the Democrats, because the Democrats were the ones that were pushing this bill. Now that's pretty common with bills, even if they're not going to get passed, because they'll present it, they'll vote on it, they'll pass one part of Congress, but it will not pass the Senate because they made it clear that they're not going to go with a $2.2 trillion price tag. And the reason that they pushed this forward, or the reason that it's floating around, is because it's an election year and it will look like they're making progress by putting a win up on the board, regardless if it gets signed into law. But it is frustrating to watch them vote on these proposals and waste a whole bunch of time because there is consensus on the second stimulus check. Both the Democrats and Republicans have both proposed numerous times an additional $1,200 check and $2,400 for married filing jointly and the additional $500 for dependents. So they could move forward with that, but House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has made it clear that they don't want to do a piecemeal proposal. They want an entire package or basically nothing at all. But that doesn't mean to give up hope at all for the next stimulus check and planning moving forward. You should still look at your adjusted gross income for that second stimulus check, because what is clear is they are going to have thresholds for the second stimulus check because every single proposal has had a threshold with the stimulus check. So again, that's singles is $75,000 to $99,000, and that's adjusted gross income. So if you put money into a retirement plan, you can reduce your adjusted gross income, and that is one way to reduce your adjusted gross income. In addition to that, for married filing jointly, it's $150,000 to $198,000. Head of household, $112,500 to $136,500, and an additional $500 per dependent, both adult dependents and full-time students under the age of 24. Now remember, all of this is adjusted gross income, all of it has phase outs. So the lower your adjusted gross income, the maximum that you can get for head of household is at $112,500. And for married filing jointly, it's at $150,000. And for singles, that's $75,000. But that number goes up, that threshold goes up per dependent. So it works out to $50 per $1,000 in adjusted gross income. So the difference being, if you're single and earn $76,000 for your adjusted gross income, if you could figure out how to put $1,000 into your retirement plan, that would boost your check by $50. So for each $1,000 that you save, you're going to get an additional $50. And remember, you can still get it even if you don't qualify for it on your 2018 or 2019 tax returns. Then you could possibly do this on your 2020. And you could still do that up to your tax filing deadline. And for small businesses, that could be up until October 15th of 2021. So if you don't have the money and you're close, don't give up hope, because you can continue to plan, especially if it's at the last minute that a stimulus package gets passed. You'll be prepared. So make sure that you're doing your planning to maximize your second stimulus check. But until Congress can come to an agreement, we don't have a second stimulus check, we don't have additional unemployment, and we don't have a stimulus package. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of the signing of the second HEROES Act at $2.2 trillion. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.